What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about VeChain today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 28th day of July. Shout out to Alex Crypto. Shout out. What's up, Alex? Thank you for the request. Here we are at about 2.6 cents right now. 6 days, 23 hours left in this week. It's a brand new week. It's more like 22 hours and 40 minutes left in the day here. Brand new week, brand new day. And VeChain, like a lot of coins, has this very beautiful W pattern forming right now. What I love about W patterns is they're very predictable. By the way, this is actually an exceptionally bullish W pattern, okay? There's a few... Essentially what a W pattern is a very flawless, very powerful double bottom, known as an Adam and Eve, or an Eve. Oops, I didn't draw that properly. And Adam, or and do you see how it's like drawing all weird? Maybe I'm drunk, guys. Or an Eve and Eve. I'm not drunk. I'm actually sober. I'm like multi-months of sober right now. My wife is pregnant. We're expecting a baby any week now, and I've gone sober with her. So that's I'm doing that. But anyways. Eve and Eve, I'm getting distracted here, or the most bullish, which is the Adam and Adam. And do you notice that what we have here is that most bullish pattern, the Adam and Adam? Why is Adam and Adam more bullish, right? Because men are, no, that's not that. it's because gay pride. No, that's not why either. It's because V-shaped recoveries are the most bullish things ever. And if you have back-to-back V-shaped recoveries, really, it's not just Adam and Atoms that are bullish. It's anything ending with an atom that's bullish. It could be even atoms, Adam and Atoms. Really, there's no other way to get it, but something like that where there is a V-shaped recovery at the end, it is the most bullish form of recovery. Okay, notice here, you kind of had like an Eve and Eve. You had a soft pattern here, or soft bottom here, and you had another soft bottom here, and that was a nice move up. I would guess, and I'm taking a wild guess here, it's really not that wild, but even with this Adam and Adam being dramatically smaller than this, I would bet the move up is more powerful, right? That's what I'm trying to get at here. Adam and Adam patterns, double bottoms, W shapes, very, very powerful signals, okay? And you're below the nipple here. You're below that midpoint. Once you get above there, you're going to launch all the way to prices that are above this high here, okay? That high, at about 8 cents, you're going to go above it. Okay, say it with me, above. You're going above 8 cents. You're at 2.6 cents now. I made a video the other day, I think it was yesterday, I'll probably do another one today, talking about how the average altcoin, the standard is like 3 to 4x. If you're going to 8 cents or more, I mean, 8 cents here that's a 3x, okay? So the standard is a 3 to 4x, you're at least hitting that standard, right? And typically with W's, you actually go above where the pattern started. I'm going to do you one more. I think you're going to go not just above, but far above. I think you're going to see your primary, if not secondary, targets, maybe even your tertiary target here, right? Your primary target would be about a 4.6x from the current price. Your tertiary target would be about a 7.8x, 7.7x right here, from anything from 12 to 20 cents. You're at 2.6 cents now. We're talking about 12 to 20 cents being a possibility. If we put our white lines here, put it right there at the 1618, put it right here at the 1414, and then put it right there at the 1272. Typically at the 1414 you even go just above it, so let's go just above it there, something like that. The 1414, you have prior resistance right there, some resistance right there, even at the 1414. The 1272, not really a whole lot of significance, I don't think so. And that 1618, you have more significance just below, but I doubt that you would stop there. It's like if you don't stop at 15 to 16 cents, you're not stopping until you hit 20 cents or beyond. Really, and I feel like oftentimes enough you actually do even wick above that golden ratio. You could be moving up to new all-time highs, or your all-time high area overall. I mean, hold on now. Let's entertain that thought. Hold on. Let's look at this on a month. I mean, obviously you're going to new all-time highs. This cycle, absolutely, VeChain is going to new all-time highs. I thought that you might look like you're in some kind of W here, right? Like this, but maybe, but it's just, you got that weird part in the middle. I don't know if it is. Regardless, though, you are definitely in some kind of massive accumulation phase, okay? Absolutely massive accumulation phase. And the fallacy of the mind here is that whenever you look at this kind of pattern, this kind of channel, you think, oh, we're going to move up and we're going to find resistance here, and then that's it. Maybe, And maybe you're at 2.6 cents. Maybe you stop at 10 cents. Psychological resistance coming up in this channel. It might make sense that you stop right there at 10 cents. Prior areas of resistance here, prior areas of support on a monthly basis. That's significant. Maybe. There's sense to be made out of that. But the fallacy of the mind is that has to happen because of these trend lines that nobody cares about, right? Oftentimes you look at this and you think, oh, it's going to be bound by this range, but you can, and people don't think of it like this because it's an upward sloping trend, but you can break out of upward sloping trends to the upside. You can. And whenever there are long forms of accumulation like this, and how do you know it's accumulation? Because you're effectively like moving sideways, but with a slight tilt to the upside, you're getting higher lows and higher highs, right? And whenever you move up, it's fantastic. When you move down, it's very slow and methodical. I guess not in February, honestly, but we had tariffs and stuff, so who am I to say? But all I'm really trying to say here is it does look like bullish accumulation. Once you get above this point here, you're basically home free to new all-time highs. I don't know if you're going to get to new all-time highs by the end of August, by the end of this next phase. Certainly by the end of the cycle, I would expect that. While we're on that note of all-time highs in itself, let's talk about it. We're at 2.6 cents now. What would the minimum target be? 60 cents? That's a 23x. That's a good minimum target. I don't think you stop there. It's a good minimum target. The 1414, typically you do go just above the 1414. You don't stop right at it. You stop just above it. So what's right above 92, 91 cents? That might be a psychological level of resistance. I think $1, right? That's a 38x. Okay, we're getting somewhere. 38x sounds about right. That's above the average performance of the average altcoin, and I think VeChain has that in it. Absolutely it does. Could we do a price all the way up at $1.68? Well, let's look at VeChain here. Let's see what its market cap is. Vet and these sodas. VeChain's got a lot going for it, you guys. Definitely do your own research if you want to invest in it. It's an OG coin, man. It's been around for a while, and it's still relevant. $2.2 billion in market cap valuation. So to see a 10x puts you at 20 billion. To see a 50x puts you at 110 billion, right? Would that be right? Or is it 101 billion? I think it's 110. 110 billion. I really could see VeChain being worth over $100 billion by the end of this cycle. I really could see that happening. So multiple hundreds of billions. I mean, that would be what? That'd be about an 80x, 90x. I don't know about that. Probably about a 90x, 90 something x. I don't know about that. Yeah, you're not going to do. You're probably not going to go. If you break 100, if you break $1.69, you're going to go all the way up to 375. And I don't think you have 100. It's not that you don't have that potential to get there. I just don't think that happens this cycle. Something between 60 cents and $1.69, I think is very appropriate. I feel most confident right now for where your all-time high is going to be. I think you will see something around $1, if not $1.70. Okay, somewhere in that range, absolutely. And it's not so much that it's like a box. It's not like an actual range. I wouldn't think of it like that. Don't think that, oh, you could stop here or anywhere in between. It's more like you would either stop just above this area or you'd stop right here. You wouldn't really stop anywhere in between. It really is like either, it's not between $1 and $1.70. It's like either $1 or $1.70, give or take 5 or 10 cents in either direction, right? Something like that. This midpoint here, $1.20 to $1.50, that's not going to happen. It's either or. So that's where I think you're going to go at a bare ass minimum 60 cents, but I don't think so. No. I definitely don't think so. What I do think is going to happen is that this thing's going to blow people away. It's going to be one of those coins that people look back and they're like, "Damn it. I've known about VeChain for so long. Why didn't I invest in it? Damn it. I knew it was going to do well. Look at where it was last time. It made this move. It took 2 months from this, I guess 1, 2, 3 months. It took a quarter of a year, and it did a 10x from this price. It's July now, August, September, October. It's going to be October. We're going to be pushing new all-time highs, and people are going to be like, damn it, I could have had a VeChain. And they didn't. You know what I mean? And then I kind of feel like I'm talking about XRP right now, because I said this exact same thing that I'm about to say here, which is that nobody wants you here, right? There's people who believe in VeChain. There's the crowd, the VeChain army, the veterans that's pretty obvious, right? The veterans, the VeChainians, VeChainies, I'm getting a little bit off topic here, that believe in this project, that do think that we're going to go to new all-time highs. But the average participant in the market doesn't think that. They don't think of VeChain whenever they think glorious pump. But then once you're up here, once you're at these levels, the perspective shifts, right? Nothing to look at here. Whenever you move up here, which I think you will, you'll be above 10 cents. You'll probably, again, where are you going to go by the end of August here? I'm thinking you're going to go to 12 to 20 cents. So whenever you're up there, or you're up here, somewhere in this area, right, somewhere in this zone here, nobody's batting an eye at you here. All that people are going to talk about at that point is new all-time highs. VeChain's going to new all-time highs. It could go to $1, guys. You know, like all that kind of stuff. And again, I think people are going to slap themselves in the head because they're going to be like, "Damn it, this is an obvious coin. It was an obvious play. It's been around for a long time. It's got marketing and good fundamentals on its side." I should have thought about VeChain. Why didn't I think about VeChain? And then of course you see how it moves up in this exact same price area. I wouldn't be surprised if between now and October, maybe November, if you were up at back at your all-time highs or even beyond that. But by August, let's say 12 to 20 cents. Let's do some short-term stuff real quick and then we'll wrap this video up. I wasn't planning on doing long-term expectations, but I guess we went there. Massive W pattern. Looks beautiful, okay? Looks absolutely miraculous. Daily time frame bouncing off the 50, good on the RSI. MACD looks all right. Stochastics. You can't get oversold. He tried, but you just couldn't do it, but you got overbought plenty. You're pointed to the upside. I think that you do continue to rally. Weekly time frame here. MACD is below the 0 line, but that's okay. You're looking like you want to cross up, probably, and that'll be bullish. I mean, the last time you crossed above the 0 with your oscillators, you had a very fantastic move. Crossed above the 0 line here, you had a fantastic move. You're just loading up, man. I mean, you've got this massive atom and atom pattern here. You're going to rip. You're going to rip in a matter of no time at all. End of August, you'll be up above this. You should be, again, I think 12 to 20 cents. If you were to stop lower than that, maybe 10 cents, maybe, but I doubt it, man. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Do your own research on every crypto project that anybody talks about. Make sure that you understand it. You know what the mission statement is, what it does, what its purpose is, why it's different, why it's special. Have conviction. Because if you have no conviction, you're just going to be chasing shiny objects in the sky all cycle long, never actually catching a pump. If you want to catch a pump, you have to be convicted. You have to be convicted enough to where you buy something before it pumps. Other things are pumping around you, but you're not distracted. You buy more of the one that hasn't pumped because you have faith it'll go up, and you have faith. It's not blind faith, it's conviction because you've done your research. You understand what the process is. You understand what the project is and where it's going to go, or at least you have some actual belief in it rather than just chasing pumps. Do your own research. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.